All right, everybody, settle down.
And hello, and welcome back to Second Shout Studios. Going great already. A word stumble. Woo! We are back with another little special one-off, maybe at least a filler game. Um, Slay the Princess is another one by the same folks who published Long Gone Days and the creators of Scarlet Hollow. We love them so far. Love their work. So wanted to show off another one that we've been really enjoying. This one is going to be another horror game, so please do not watch if you have anything with psychological horror or body horror. Those may or may not come up, depending on some choices that we make, as well as there are some flickering images, so please be aware of that. We've got our cast here ready to go and fill in all of these lovely roles. We've got Noah playing our protagonist and choosing what we do.
Hello.
We got Dirge voicing the narrator.
I brought my brown britches.
Linny as our princess.
Hello.
Sheena as the voice of the hero.
Hi.
And then myself, depending on myself and Bard, filling in as whatever we should need, depending on our choices. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path.
Hey, that's my job. You're on a path into the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'd like to. Can you go back up to explore? Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Yeah. Okay. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman, or a miller, or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, scroll back up a little bit. A little bit more. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here because the end result is the same no matter what is led up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched, and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, Of course. You do your job and slay her.
Slay her. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all a part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat. And she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I have a note that I think is really cool. The cursor changes, so now we've got the knife in our hand.
I just noticed that.
It looks cool.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, and a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'd go a long way to building trust with her.
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here? Chained to a wall. Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There is a reason I've been telling you to question this situation. And there's a reason you've listened.
So I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then? I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay. Let's get you out of here.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're very large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key on her chain somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to save the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return.
You make your way back down the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? That knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens next if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through the bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? Like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No. We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop it.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive!
Resist.
The blade! Move the blade!
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Alright, and that's the stream. Thanks, good night. No, I'm kidding.
Good story. Woo! Chapter 2. The Prisoner. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's gotta be a way out of here. For us, and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of the situation less than a minute ago.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing happened already.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Absolute irony. That's one way to put it, I guess.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you not to buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Why did you try to free her? What, did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional after all.
Sure you are.
Anyways, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just as I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Oh, how I wish that were the case. But if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. All she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
What proof could you possibly ask for?
Literally anything.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Check your pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets to pull out the envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
That doesn't prove anything! How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all of our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what... You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to do?
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
I think we've got everything out of him that we're going to get.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement. And I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy if that helps you, but it's just the way things are.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Ah, yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please, just get to the cabin.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to do. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Oh, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, and pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror. There is a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else here.
There's definitely a mirror.
There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reached forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Now, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. If you haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So, focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something that's so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There is fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now what are your intentions for me?
Even after I died last time.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game, but sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. He died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. Found myself in a new place. In chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. She's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she doesn't really know. I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I'd like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things. How exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be a one and done. You go into the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process, you save the entire world from being damned into oblivion. This situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, it's a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing. Obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all these hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed you back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said it wasn't.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again, all right?
Moving on, why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
The other chain on the wall. Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrists into it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? Sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes. It's bad.
Come on, say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it's practically leapt from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor to the basement. Of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are we stuck here now?
Yes.
Huh. So it does fit. I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do now?
wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Wait in silence.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes, and passes, and passes, and the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time, and after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess. Cabin remains the same?
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch the lichen spread across the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass. Until suddenly, there are no walls, and then...
And
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
But you don't get a chance to respond. something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror.
Gaze into your own reflection.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. But the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights. What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is determined, but also cautious, one that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I only know that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many more pieces do you have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything until we meet again.
And if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
Scarlet Hollow?
Oh,
No.
okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit! You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
There will be some repeated dialogue, so I'll skip through a good deal of here. Blah, blah, blah.
I've said this already.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement. Oh, okay, here we go.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I'm begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Oh, okay.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. It's hardly relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Nolan, you're scrolling a little bit too fast. I can't read them. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully, it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now can you help me get out of here?
I still have a few more questions before we leave.
There's going to be plenty of time to chat after. There's going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you would help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope, for all of our sakes, it's the right one.
Lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine, turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip past these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Have you ever seen Berserk? Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down there.
That's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her.
It's never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry! You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save, after all.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Is it just me, or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, it locks immediately, click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job? You close the door behind you, and wow, it's the same thing, okay.
Investigate the arm.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into the dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing into your flesh. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lack the will to fight back.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 2: The Beast. Well, we meet again.
But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Turn around and leave.
Yes, we're safer taking flight.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient! Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of this situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies, forever. But fine, you turn around and trek it back down the path you came. Wait. Something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind back up at the cabin again, but everything's getting fuzzy.
What's going on? Where are we?
A dark place. Thoughts like us shouldn't be here. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion, why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A whacking finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. Well, we meet again. You're on a path in the woods, and I've said all these things still.
Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, well, maybe some people do, like nihilists and the very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go, I've told you all this already.
I'll take the blade.
Who's there?
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal onto the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. That's not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel the flesh give away, and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder. Do you actually believe it was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? Hey. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
But is it over? Really over?
Of course not. That was way too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. No need for a double tap or anything.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check cripples.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
We definitely won't if you keep talking.
I'm sorry. What do you want? Do you want her to be alive? You just saved an entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Wait, what was that?
You know what it was. It was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh, it's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close! Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
For whatever that's worth.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 2 The Razor. You're on a path in the woods and yada-da-da-da.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess isn't armed. Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, and there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, Ooh.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, and their splintered edges as uninviting as the shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its ledge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall, it's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall of the possibly Detroit crack house. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what once must have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from the source and violently jammed into the walls. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something. I told you!
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I'm begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There's something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now. We're not falling for that again, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide the threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close to let her guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Ugh. It's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting liars, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones who looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up. And we can all tell that she's lying. But the thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you're thinking of doing.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time, if somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death, and then I killed them, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she's going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is harmed? You! So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job!
But I'm nervous.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now, before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
Princess Sus. Saw Princess Vent.
So true.
That's so rude of you. Passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird face thinks he's so serious coming down here, but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
You're acting like you are.
The entire world is at risk.
Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
No. I have my dignity.
Fine, then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No. No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess, trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who is supposed to walk up to not stabbing distance to help me.
I think I've said my piece at this point.
I think we all have, but if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you that a thing I remembered happening didn't happen, just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time?
Ah, she slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please just stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Screw it. Slay the princess.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge from across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out her knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep an eye on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Hers at first. Then yours.
Ow! What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest, and the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then at the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 3. The Arms Race. You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're going to have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in the goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is a sharp and a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh, I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Bart, if you wouldn't mind stepping in as the voice of the hunted.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
No, impossibly high stakes makes the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade, and a... Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
But there isn't a door. It's just that mirror again.
There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. You might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's break it and move on.
You make your way towards the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Just fumble with a handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement, and it creaks open.
And the mirror's gone! How surprising!
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care even less about it now.
I guess it's time for us to see her again.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are a smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Whee! Your body tumbles onto the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view. Standing at a distance, she gives you a wry smile.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks that we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she's coming for you!
Hey, yo.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit! She's coming for us and I'm all out of ideas!
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her.
No!
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the Baraka-ass princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Yeah? Do we have to flirt with a murderous monster?
I'd rather not.
I'm into it. I can't say I mind either. If it were for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. We can flirt by fighting her, though.
I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are?
A rosy blush flushes into the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
I'll be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still gonna kill you, though.
Or not.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot.
Blush still glowing on her cheeks, the princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Ow.
Christina, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She even said it as much. Oh, a new one of us?
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead. All of you. We might have died a second ago. But right now, we're extremely not dead.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1!
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Okay. Whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on! Show me something new!
Show me the last one. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better.
It doesn't work. She kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of conflict that transpires. Noah.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
She skewers you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
And then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understand that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Barton.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Christina.
Wait, me again?
Yeah.
Okay. Just panic! Flee!
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See, we're getting better.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good one.
Noah.
Going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Getting close to something. Can you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need.
Bard.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 4. Mutually Assured Destruction. You're on a...
Ed, we're in a cabin, and we can take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ooh, what if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body. That would be very hard. We've died a lot. I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want to accidentally manifest anything.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This
How
isn't
about you
good.
stick to
This is-
describing things and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide, we know.
Fine! I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Fine. You make your way to the basement where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces, you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. You want to see it? I'm not gonna wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. Not very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does?
Oh, do you want me to talk now?
Well, yeah. She says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah, me too.
I think I speak for all of us when I say I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
the princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears, and then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous, absolutely divine.
Yes, behold the perfect woman!
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating. That's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed! I quit! I'm done! Forget it!
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act through that inaction. Your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you are already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm of free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. The blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so.
Gaze into the reflection.
Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
Sheet to the cabin.
You are at the cabin.
Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me with her? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, you will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Everything you say sounds like a riddle. Could you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. I never really weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need to ask me questions. The vessels you chose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy isn't seeing what you chose. My joy isn't seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
Give it to us one last time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And that's where we'll end our stream for tonight. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in and watching along with us. Great to have you all. Great to play with you all. We'll see you next time.
Good night.